I always liked comic books, and I collected comics. And part of that is just figure drawing, learning how to do line drawings. Creating the negative space, positive space. How do you actually organize stuff out? When I got to be a little bit older, like I remember I lived in Thunder Bay, Canada, and I remember when I was 13 over summer break, I decided I wanted to start doing oil paints because I had a grandmother who was a pretty prominent oil painter in Ontario in Canada. And so it seemed like kind of a neat medium. And so I spent the whole summer working on oil paintings. And it was mostly kind of, fantasy stuff, Lord of the Rings, things like that. Our family, we like Stranger Things, the Dungeons and Dragons kids.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids. I was like vice president of the chess club, associate treasurer of the Dungeons and Dragons club. That's the kind of guy I was. Very cool. Chicks dig that. And painting and sculpting and did a little bit of that. And so I worked into oil paints. When I probably got into my late teens, I was able to, in a smaller town, do some art shows, that sort of thing. And then when I went to college, did some fine arts classes, started working with bigger canvas. So if you come to my office, you'll see I've got some canvas that's like 6 feet by 3 feet. And I always liked working with big canvas.
6 feet by 3 feet?
Yeah, big canvas.
That's
big
massive.
Canvas. And, I typically like oil paint now. And I like oil paint because I just don't have time to paint every single day. And so, acrylic dries too fast. Oil paint, you can add wax to it. You can add a drying medium to it, like cobalt or something, and so it can hang around there, and you can, go back into it and work into it. And so a painting may take months, and I'm the kind of guy where I'll do a painting, and then I may walk by it 3 months later. I'll say, oh, you know what? That needs some green. I'm going to go back and add some green, and kind of plays into the same way I do surgery, where I'm kind of meticulous. I'm kind of picky about it. I know what it should look like, and we work until we're really happy with it.